Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we will be racing from the Vaal Classic course today, the 13th of May. Outsider Genie is a service where we do a form analysis and then we give you the punter, the outsider selections that you can then add into your play. And therefore, if those outsiders do arrive, you will then collect the bigger dividend. Now, we are available on Twitter and also we have got the Instagram account, but that's not active at the moment. My contact details 083-585-5133. Then what we do is we have got a subscription service where you can subscribe to our daily form analysis. We got different packages. If you sign up for a 14-day package, because I have had requests for that, the normal price would be 250, but 50% off the normal package, and that will give you, but we will give you a 14-day package for 175 Rand only. In package 2, a normal package is 500 per month, but if you sign up and get selected from now till end of May 2021, it will be 250. And our best value package, champion season package, from now till end of champion season, 31st of July, 800 Rand, the normal value 1,500. With this package, you will receive all selections, including all the big races during Gold Circle champion season, including Vodacom Durban July selections that will only be available to the subscribers. If you purchase this package, you will get a free consultation with Dr. Genie, plus you pay 500 and 300 Rand end of May. Then I'm proud to announce a new package today. It seems to me that there is a need from punters who are not interested in exactas, quartets, and trifectas, and all they want is to punt on the nose via doubles and all to comes and all of that. And so I'm launching this new service from Saturday on the 15th of May. Now, what this service will consist of is we will give you 2 top bets. It will be bets that we really think has got a good chance of winning. And then we give you our normal each way value bets, and it's doing well. Yesterday again at Durbanville, I gave you a value bet. The horse was 92 in the morning. It eventually jumped at 72. And the name of that horse was, let me just quickly get my papers now. Where is my papers now? But it was in the last race. I can't find my paper now. Can you believe that? I must have left it somewhere else. All right, but anyway, that horse won. The last race at Durbanville yesterday was 92, and the horse duly won. And you could now get a nice punt on that horse. The horse's name was called Snow a Dragon. It was 92 in the morning. Yeah, and then yesterday we also had a pick 6. After pick 6, for a layout of 90 Rand, you would have gotten back 146 Rand. But if you took out the scratching in the second last leg, the pick 6 would have probably cost you a little bit less. So making a bit of a small profit there. Now, we also will include free altar comes. What will be a top altar come? That will be horses that I really think that has got a good chance to win. And then I'll give you a value altar come, which you can play each way or whatever, and then an outside altar come, which you can play for win, place, or each way as you prefer. And I would think that those type of bets, especially the outsider altar come, it's not an altar come that you're going to put your house on. Obviously, I mean, you're maybe going to put 20 or 50 Rand on, and maybe it's like 50 or 60 to 1 and make a few pop. Then there are also some serious pick 6 players. I've had some requests for that, and I normally give each day, I give this 150 Rand pick 6 or up to 150 Rand, which is for 1%. But a lot of times that pick 6 of mine is out one leg, because to get to that value, I had to cut out a horse, and it's normally that horse that I take out that wins. So I will then also give you a pick 6 that you can play for 5%, maybe a little bit more money. And then I'm going to build a pick six around our top and value bets. And I'll give the full pick six, and you can then take that percentage that suits you. And then also there's jackpot players. Now, obviously, for the jackpot players, you can use the middle legs of the pick six for that. And then I'll give you the PA selections for 64 Rand. Our daily PA I would also include. So the cost for this service will be 10 Rand a day. So that means it will be 300 Rand a month. So I've put together nice packages. If you subscribe from now till from the 15th to the 31st, it will be 150. But if you subscribe now to the end of June, the cost would have been 450, but you pay 350. And then if you subscribe for a long term for 3 months in advance for June, July, and August, your normal price would have been pro rate for May 150 plus 3 times 300. That's 1,050. But you can then have this package for 700 Rand. You can WhatsApp 0835855133 for payment details. Now, if you subscribe for our normal package, you'll give the new exactas. And I'm telling you guys are coming back to me and they say to me, all they're now doing is they're playing my exacta selections. That's all they play, and maybe my value bets. I spoke to a gentleman yesterday, and he said when he subscribed, he just took my value bets, and within a short space, he won 60,000 Rand on my value bets. So I can't get a better testimonial than that. I'll give you my race by race selection, outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections, which you then can include into whichever play that you want. Your value bets to play each way, normally 6 to 1. Best bet of the day, no odds on, decent value, has given winning bets as high as 6 to 1. Suggested trifectas and quartet selections. And I have given you a quartet and selections as well. Paid out the other day, I gave a quartet for 24 Rand. It paid 11,000 Rand. Now, sorry, I forgot. I just wanted to mention that if you take my normal packages that I've advertised here, then I will include this newly launched service as part of the package. So you still pay your normal price for this, but you'll then get the extra value of this as well. So if you subscribe for this service, then you get this service as well included. And then you'll receive your selections like this on a daily basis, on a sheet like this in my WhatsApp groups. All right, so at the end of the day, just to quickly sum up the new service, you can just take the new service, and that is what you're going to get: 2 top bets, 2 each way value bets, 3 all-to comes, and 3 buy pick sixes and a PA. If you subscribe for my normal package, you will get the normal package, the race by race selections, trifectas, quartets, plus I will then throw in this for you as a bonus. So that is surely value for money. So let us have a look at today's racing, starting at the Vaal. The first race at 12:45 over 1,000 meters. Please note it's the Vaal Classic. That it means that it's around the bend, but the 1,000 meters is always down the straight at the Vaal. So let's have a look at the betting. Captain Lannister 12 to 10, Imitation Game 17 to 10, Tuscan Winter 5 to 1, Piccadilly 11 to 2. Volevutu 20 to 1, Black Bernard 3 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look here. The first race where my first selection is the number 1 horse. The favorite is a 2-year-old, and surely it does have a chance because they can improve. But Imitation Games has run a decent race here and there, and it looks like in the second race ran a good race behind Mars Rover and then went off the boil. But it does look like the horse is now coming back to form, and I think the 3-year-old might just be a little bit too strong for the 2-year-old. So therefore, that's my selection. My outsider selections is number 5, Black Bernard, sitting here at 50 to 1, I think. Yeah, 53 to 1. I've got the feeling that this 2-year-old can also improve and be involved in the back end of your quartet selections. Didn't run a bad race on his debut. Last time out, improved, and I'm sure the horse can improve a little bit more. It's only a 2-year-old, so certainly a horse that you want to put into your back end of your quartet and trifecta selections. And while we're here, let's quickly have a look at Captain Lannister. Captain Lannister is a captain of all by Western Winter Mare. Nicely bred, made a nice debut behind Bronco Blitz, showed, but will have to improve a little bit, and but definitely not without a shout. And then my other selection is number 9, which is another 2-year-old Volito, also from the Ashley Fortin stable, that runs some reasonable races in his first 3 last time out. Restless, faded, but it's getting the -2.5 today, and I think that can make a little bit of a difference. Also, a horse that you want to include in your back end of your quartet and trifecta selections. And then some other horses you can also look at. Piccalilli, I think also a horse that needs to go to all your quartet and trifecta selections, and surely Lyle Hewitson is riding, and on top of his game need to be included. And then we got this What a Winter by Bright Leader, first timer, 3-year-old, also include in all of your play. Then we move on to race number 2, which is the all-to-come maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Verinova, 2-1, 9-2, Spanning Song, Silvery Blue, 11-2, Quick Run, 8-1, 17-2, Sky Kingdom, BS 70-2, Talladega 12-1, Bonby 1, 15-1, Frosted Ice 22-1, Racing a Storm 25-1, and 35-1, and longer the rest. So here in race number 2, my first selection is horse number 14, and that is Silvery Blue, a 2-year-old time thief out of Figure of Your Grey, So You Think May. This horse has been running there and thereabouts. That run well in KZN. And the thing that really swayed me in this horse favor is she ran second to Good Traveler. And Good Traveler has now had 3 runs unbeaten. So certainly that was not a bad run. Silver Rights ran in the same race as Good Traveler on Sunday and finished 4th. And then the horse ran on the poly, but now on the Vaal 1,000 meters. And I'm thinking the horse didn't run a bad race last time behind Auntie Lissy. It was staying on, and I think today Silvery Blue might be the horse to beat in this race. In my outsider selections is number 12, Abilus. It's also a 2-year-old, debuted nicely and can just improve from this run. Did debut on this course and distance, and I think further improvement is possible. And then my other outsider selection is number 5, which is Sky Kingdom. It has got the services of Mr. Kumalo, and he's also riding very well. That horse has been placed a few times, ran 4th behind Aunt Lizzie, and I'm sure definitely inclusion in all of your bets. And then also have a look at number 2, Spanish Song. I don't know what happened in his second last run. He just, I don't know if it was too far to 1,400 meters, but he was up in there and then failed badly. Now back over the 1,000 meters, did show some speed last time behind me, the captain. And I'm thinking Spanish Song at last time was 100-7, and I think today can definitely also be involved in the finish, Spanish Song. So let's move on to race number 3, which is a maiden handicap over 1,450, and here the betting is as follows. A Lazy Guy 92, Katzenthal 92, Grace from Above 92, 11-2 Ricardo, Amber Light 6-1, 7-1 Animal, 14-1 Boulder Season, 16-1 Passing Shot, and 22-1 and longer the rest. Now, guys, this maiden handicaps is surely a bit of a headache. I've seen some huge results coming from this. Because, you know, these horses, some of them have got limited ability. And just the fact that they're getting weight off surely, you know, put him in a good position, you know, to win the race. And here in this race, my hesitant selection is number 9, Mama. Now, why I say hesitant is that I've been saying this for a time now. The Michael de Kock stable, unfortunately, is not firing. It is getting winners, but it's also some of the horses that you expect will run and win, and favorites get beaten. Now, This horse, but this horse today only carries 52 minus 1.5. He's only carrying 50.5. And I think the 1450 will suit. That was up with the pace last time out and faded over the 1600 meters. Now a little bit shorter. But I think with this weight this horse is going to carry today, I think he's going to make them run. And then another horse that I was also thinking is definitely a strong contender is number 8, Amber Light. Amber Light was also in that race behind Love Posey, just behind Armand, and was also running, obviously, because it's not getting the apprentice weight allowance, which Armand didn't have last time. So Armand did finish in front of him and is carrying less weight. So certainly should be finishing, but I think also from this low weight, definitely a contender. And then yeah, number 11 is like 55 to 1. And you know, this horse is very well bred, and like today is only carrying 52 and hasn't got strong form, but it did run his best race in terms of the 3 races over the 1450 and was up with the pace and faded. Maybe the horse just needed a bit of run, but surely you want to include number 11, Minora, in all of your play. Definitely a horse that can upset at huge odds. All in all, an open race. There's lots of horses with chances here. You might pick 6. I'm going the field in this race because I think anything can happen. Lazy Guy ran some good races, but last time ran a dismal race, but says shoe attached, attended to at a start. I don't know if that was a problem, but was never in the race. Catch and Tell, I think, is a progressive horse. The 1450 should suit the horse, but he's carrying 59 against some lightweights, and that's going to make his task a bit difficult. Bold Decision is a horse dynasty by a Tambourine mare, nicely bred. It looks like this horse is due for improvement. That ran in a future last time out behind Static Green, now back in the maiden, and that surely must give him a chance. Ricardo is always a horse that's there and thereabout, and I think can win at any time. Stormy Weathers also for Jannie Borman. Have run a few prices, also getting 4 kilogram off. Passing Hard also been placed, well, running closely in his last few runs, 3-4 lengths behind, can also surprise. Grace from Above, same thing here, has got the ability. Duke of Marmalade can surprise. So as you can see, as I go through the runners, we can probably make a case for each of them. Obviously, you would think number 12, Eyes Dancer, is out of this, but he's carrying 52 minus 1.5, and based on his run behind Queen J, and he's second behind. Well, it was not. It was a. It's not a race. It was a barrier tribe, but on the 7 lengths behind Queen J, also might even be show that the horse can run a little bit. Has had a stable change since his last run. Oh no, that one run since a stable change, but also a horse that from this lightweight can probably surprise. So that's why I say go field in the first leg. And then always with my luck, the favorite would win it. Then we get class B 90, meditated 96 handicap over 46, over 1450. And here the betting is as follows: number 8, Bowie 22 to 10, the Contractor 5 to 2, Stop for Nothing L 11 to 2, Carl's Champ 8 to 1, Indigo 8 to 1, Stone Cold 10 to 1, Spice Market 10 to 1, 14 to 1, Captain of Taronga, and 20 to 1, Rock of Africa. Now here my first selection is the number 8 horse, Bowie. Bowie has been knocking on the door, has been running good races, has run in the same company that it's meeting here. Last time I got run out of it by Alu, and it was a small field. But I think this horse has run against some decent opposition, and surely today I think might be his turn. 324 days since last win, but he has been running against some decent opposition. Willow Express, Battle Force, Seeking the Stars, Copper Mountain, Vars Wiki, Batlodi, all of them good horses. Then my for outsider selections, I'm going for number 4, which is Stone Cold. I do think that Stone Cold, can improve on his last run behind the contracted and also behind Seeking the Stars. Did win a nice race, 2 runs back, beating, I think, quite a nice sort. Ran second to Bahua Breach. Bahua Breach has won since again. So I think Stone Cold, a nice outsider. Then my other outsider selection is number 6, Space Market. Also Kumalo on board. The horse has also run against some decent opposition and has won 2 races. And last time went to Natal, ran against Princess Kala, now back on the Vaal, and can also be a horse that you need to include in the back end of your quartets and trifectas. And then here's number 7, Contractor. I must admit, last time out, this horse caught me out. I didn't think it can go to 1600 meters, but it did surprise me. And I think has definitely got the ability to go in today again, the Contractor. So definitely a conclusion in your all of your play. Then we have race number 5, which is a classified stakes over 1800 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 11, Senescene 5-2, Contrail 13-2, 15-2, Sege, El Romanzi 8-1, 8-1 Irish Rain, Rainer Season 14-1, Ball Rolling 16-1, Kapama 16-1, Electric Boots 20-1, Earthshaker 22-1, Blue Moon City 25-1, Zelnex 28-1, and Flower Season 28-1, the rest 53-1, and longer. So here in this race, I'm going for the favorite, which is number 11. This horse has been running extremely well, and in this race, is also very well handicapped. Although coming from a draw 12, but I think Lyle Hewitson is more than competent enough to overcome this horse. This horse followed up his maiden where he won by 5.5 lengths by winning another race. But if you look at it, he's always finishing fast, and I'm sure that this course is run the course and distance, 1 run, 1 win. And I think today can definitely be a huge contender in this race. Last time out, over 2,000 meters behind League of Her Own, was running on late. Lyle Hewitson has run 2/3 on this horse, and I think today is today that he can bring this horse home. And then outsider selections, I'm looking at number 7, which is Rainer Season, who just won his maiden, but he the way he won his maiden, and I just like the look of this horse breeding, and I think do include in your play. And then my other outsider selection is number 15, Flower Season, or Flower Season, who doesn't have much shown much, but did ran a nice race behind Stop for Nothing last time out, and Stop for Nothing today is running in a higher division. Maybe the horse is coming back to form after winning his maiden. He was badly off form, but is now, I think, is improving, and this would be a nice outsider. So I'm going to include number 15, Flower Season, in all of my play. Can certainly make a surprise. And then number 14 is Kapama, also a horse that you want to maybe include in your bigger selections. Has been running there and thereabouts. He had ran against Spice Market. Spice Market is running also in a previous race, and it's come down in the in the merit rating from a 75 to currently a 61. We just want to check something, Kapama. Yeah, he was a 77 at one stage, now a 61, and I think based on that, definitely can be a huge contender in this field. So do also include in all of your play. We then move on to the 6th race, which is another classified stakes over 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. And here the betting is number 7, On High Note 7-2, Lucy in the Sky 5-1, Fantasy Flower 7-1, Here the Trumpet 7-1, Justice Reach 8-1, Certifiable 10-1, Brooklyn Bridge 10-1, Future Feather the Nest 12-1, 15-1 Undisclosed 16-1, and longer the rest. Now here in this race, my selection is the number 4, Brooklyn Bridge, 4-year-old filly. Has run 14 race, 1 win, has run a couple of places now. This horse is also coming down in the middle rating, but has run against the likes of Miss Khalifa, and definitely I think Dubai Princess. Last time out ran in a higher division than it's running today. Today, Brooklyn Bridge is running in a D60, in a D68, but has been competing in 74, 71s, 80, 75, 79. And surely the jockey also knows him well, has ridden him 8 times for 7 out of 8 times, either won or placed with this horse. And I think the only disadvantage drawn from number 13, but I'm sure Craig Zaggy can make a plan to overcome that problem. In my other outsider selection is number 5, Lucy in the Sky. Brett Weber stable is in form. This horse won nicely, second run from only 7 starts, and with Warren Kennedy on board, can certainly be a contender again. The 15th draw, but you've got an experienced jockey on board. And I think number 5, Lucy in the Sky, can also be a contender in this race. And then my other outsider selection is number 8. Fantasy Flower has also been running well, has been placed, and there and thereabouts. Ryan Monger on board, also drawn 14 for the Lucky Delaka stable, and certainly a horse that can be considered for for all of your play. And then we're going to have a look at number 7, which is on a high note. On a high note, did run well last time out, finishing third behind the Makwakas over 1,200 meters on the inside course at Tiverton, coming from behind, running at 22.9, 400 to finish, and certainly on a high note, definitely a contender. If I'm not mistaken, I did give on a high note that day was one of my outsider selections on the day. So certainly also a contender in this race. Then we move on to race number 8. Oh, sorry, race number 7, which is a graduation plate over 1,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 2, Al Sakit, 15 to 10, Wasim 3 to 1, quite a trip, 9 to 2, Captain Morisco, 11 to 2, Southeast 6 to 1, Sweet Sensation, 15 to 2, Global Aspen to 8, and scratch number 8, Sheldon. Now, again, in this race, the people is going to go big for number 2, Al Sakit. But if you look at the handicap says Sweet Sensation, Wasim, Captain Morisco, Southeast, Al Sakit. Only 5th best handicap. I'm going to go for number 1 horse, Wasim. Did run last time out nicely behind Garden Party, and I think can improve on that. Your average merit rate in this race is 89, so certainly she ran against stronger opposition, and I do think that number 1 Wasim might be a huge runner in this field. Then you'll see here that the second best horse is Sweet Sensation. But Sweet Sensation was beaten by Al Sakit by quite a number of lengths. Al Sakit by 7 lengths, and there's not a big swing, huge swing in the weight. So, by all accounts, Sweet Sensation can only finish behind Al Sakit. But I am selecting as my outsider selection because this horse has got shown a lot of promise and is not the donkey either. So maybe can't beat Al Sakit, but definitely consideration for your exactas and trifectas selections. Let's have a look at number 2, Al Sakit. That won 2 every race and then ran third behind Celestial Love. And Celestial Love, we know, has won another future as well. So definitely not without a shout, Al Sakit. And then also quite a trip is up in class, but it is a progressive trippy by Kahal Meir and would probably need to be included in all of your play. In this race, my pick 6 selection, I'm going for number 1, 2, and 4. So let's move over to the last race, which is race number 8. And here the betting is as follows. Number 8, 22 to 10, La Greta, Glotoria, 11 to 2, Green Hill, 9 to 1, Java House, 10 to 1, Bella Belize, 10 to 1, Major Choice, 10 to 1, 12 to 1, Ula, Dalgety Bay 12-1, Zoda Princess 13-1, Samoa 14-1, 16-1, Countess Helene and 20-1, and better the rest. Now, my selection here is the number 2 horse, and I have given Ula the other day, was also one of my value bets, but I'm sticking with her because she is going to surprise. This horse is currently at a merit rated of 75. This horse used to be a 99, hasn't won for 800 or for 655. Or let me just get my glasses on, I can't even see. Yeah, 655 days. But this horse has run against some of the best sprinters in Gauteng. You know, here you have Pool Party, sheer talent, impressive Duchess, Fluster Steel. And if you have a look here, 104, 87, 90, 94, 94, 80, 87, 82, then ran in a 79. Today only running in a 70. And, you know, was beaten by a mind reader, but there's no mind reader in this field today. And I'm just thinking that today is the day that Ula is going to show the real Ula. I hope she pitches up Ula. That's my selection for the race to win. And then my outsider selections. Number 4, Java House is getting minus 2.5. Won nicely, beating the Villa Grand, who was won again. And also ran far behind Lucy in the Sky. Lucy in the Sky is running in a higher division than she's running today. So I think number 4, Java House, definitely inclusion in all of your bets. And then my other outsider selection is number 7, Samoa, who's got a 4.5 kilogram turnaround with La Greta. So based on that, should either finish in front of La Greta or close to La Greta. So certainly also an outsider that you want to include in all of your play. And then yes, here is La Greta, one of her last 3 races, 1, 2, and ran second in the other one. And it's also, but it's from Michael de Kock stable. And one is not always certain how the horse will perform, but has Kamala on board, has ridden her 4 times for 2 seconds, 2 first, a second, and a fourth. So that brings me to the end of my preview, and I hope that I could, you know, guide you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.